What's up, guys? So welcome back. We're almost at 200 subscribers, about 199, so one of you guys needs to subscribe, please. Anyways, I'm gonna go through the wiring of how I'm gonna do this and some materials that I'm using, and we're gonna start working on this tonight. So yeah, see ya. All right, so these are the materials that I'm going to be using. This is our quick connectors, so I can make all of this hot swappable. But this is just a 24-pin PC power supply cable. So it's all threaded, or not threaded, keyed. So it'll make it really easy. I can't like ever get these in the wrong position. Basically what I'm gonna do is just cut it in half, and then one side will go to the machine, then the other side will go to the boards and everything. These are my connectors that are gonna go onto my steppers, since they don't come with any pre-done wires sticking out of them. And then the wiring I'm using is just some Cat 6 23 gauge. It's shielded. I think it should be just fine for what we're needing. So yeah, I'm gonna start wiring all of this up. Should be not too bad, I don't think, because most of the wiring is already done on the other boards. But right now I'm just gonna do the motors, and yeah, we'll see later. Bye. So I'm a goof. Look at what I found. Pre-made wires. They were in my motor box. So I'm gonna use parts of this to connect to here. So I'm not gonna make my own connectors, which will save me a lot of time, so sweet. All right, got some wires made up. So I got one already attached there. And this is what they look like. This is probably, hold on. This is probably like the worst soldering job I've ever done. But it works, I think. So let's just slide in there. And then this will be routed into the box to this end. We'll connect over here. As you can tell, I didn't have like any of those nice, grippers or anything, so it was a pain. That's why I was having issues. But, see here. So this end will connect into this wire here, which will connect into this connector, and then this end will be on the box, right? So let me set you on my knee here. Oh wait, big brain strap. All right, so then this will be connected, this will be hooked in here. So boom. Ugh. Come on now. Ta-da. And this will obviously be cut. So this side will go to like all the control systems. Then this side will just go to the motors here. Yeah. That's pretty much that. I didn't make the two wires for the back motors, for these motors right here, just because I'm gonna wait till I get this backing plate on, which should be pretty soon, because I have some things. Let me see if I can find them. Found them. So I got these things. There's another one, but it's still printing. But this essentially, let's see if it fits. I haven't tried them out yet. Oh, it's kind of loose. We might have to. Then we'll do a manual square, but this just slides on over here, and then there will be another board right here, which will slide into this slot, and then inside we have some bolt holes. Let me just take it out. Got bolt holes here and bolt holes here, and some extra ones just in case. Sorry, this is all over the place, but this will sit there. All four. And yeah, I think it'll work out pretty well. So that's the plan. Once we get this next one printed, Then we'll put on the whatchamacallit. So yeah, bye. Alright, so I actually just decided to put on this back piece right here, and not this front piece, so we can still get to everything. Instead of like having to, come in from the top, that would be a pain. So that's the good news. The bad news is I forgot to put on the motors here. So it's either going to be a real big pain, or I just might not be able to get them on, so I might have to take this piece back off. Yeah. We'll see. I'm going to give it a shot here and then see what happens. Yep. Okie doke. As you can see, got the motors on. I wasn't able to get to all the bolts. Let's see here. I wasn't able to get to all of them. I'm just missing that bottom left one. And same thing over here. But I got 3 of them in, which should be just enough. This is attached. I think I already shown that. But it seems to be pretty sturdy. I've only got 1 and 2 here. So the bottom is unsupported still. And the front is still unsupported. But from what I can see, this is going to be just fine. I actually made these mounts solid, minus the screw counterbores. I made all of this solid so that way it'd be as strong as it could be. Because L shapes are actually pretty weak. So I got a nice triangle going on that's solid, should be very strong. Yep, so now I'm just going to make the wiring for this. Probably going to do that tomorrow. Maybe they'll pick up some third hands. That'd be really helpful. Help me get some better looking soldering. So, yeah. Alright, y'all. Just finished making this thing, so I believe I updated you with this, but these are 4 ends that go to the 4 different motors on here. And then the new part is this. So, this is our quick changing electronics. So, all the motors go into this side, and then this is just a PC power cable of some sort. It's 24 pins. And then this separates. Let me separate it. Trying to do this one-handed. There we go. But yeah, this separates. So this side right here, this will be what attaches to all of these electronics. So basically, the only thing, or this machine will have another, its own connectors like this. So when I'm using this machine, I'll just take the electronics. So say this is plugged in. Say this plugged in the electronics, and then we'll say that this harness is plugged into all these motors, right? Like, oh, I want to use the big 3-axis. Come over here, whoop, plug in. All right, we're good to go. Just switch the profile on the board. And like, oh, maybe I want to use this one. So this one has its own wiring harness. So I just take all of that, put this over here, and now I can use the 5-axis. So that's a pretty cool thing. I think would be very helpful. I still have yet to wire up the spindle on here. And then I think I'm going to try and wire up some end stops, which I think will be very helpful. But we'll see. Also, another cool thing, I'm going to make another one of these harnesses. And this harness will be just for the, this will be just for the 4th and 5th axis that'll be done here. So I could either run this machine in 3-axis mode or 5-axis mode. And I don't have to have, all of it wired up at once. Probably be a good idea. That's probably how I'll run it most of the time. But in theory, I don't have to. So it just gives me a little bit of extra flexibility. Kind of cool. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much all the wiring. Excuse me. I'm going to work on getting this all wired up, which is going to be kind of a pain, I won't lie. I got to figure out how I'm going to get all of this into more condensed, concise, I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. I would like to get like a nice box to just kind of put everything in. I can tote around the box, but there's a lot going on here. But I do think it is possible. I also need to get 2 more stepper drivers as I only have 4 and I need 6. Now, I'm out of breath again. You might be asking why I need 6 drivers for only 5 axes. Well, you got X, Y, Z. Sorry, let me start over. We got Z, Y, we got X, and we also got X. So the X axis, or Y axis, I think actually, I was just corrected about this the other day. Y axis has 2 motors on it. So these 2 motors, 1 driver for each motor for our Y axis. And same thing here, you can see 1 motor here and 1 motor over there. So that's why we need 2. So we got Y, Y, X, Z, and then we'll have our A axis and B axis, or our 4th and 5th axis. So yeah, well, that's pretty much all I gotta get. I can't talk. I need to get another motor for this thing for the 4th and 5th axis, but I think that'll wait. It's not type priority. I would just like to get this going as a 3 axis first, and then we'll go from there. But I can also show, this is the spindle that I will be using. It's just a 700 watt Chinese spindle. I'm also going to be taking that from this machine over to this machine. Eventually, I'd like to upgrade that spindle to a nice big spindle, but I think we're still a little bit out for that. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I'm going to continue wiring this thing up to those electronics, but that'll definitely be another video. I want to get a video out for you guys. That way you can see some progress we've been making. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but we're getting there slowly but surely. Now we're kind of into the nitty gritty. Yeah, make sure you guys subscribe. Thank you guys for watching and have a good day. Bye. Alright, we are going to be taking all of these electronics on this board right here and trying them to stuff them in this box. So I'm going to take all this apart, but I'm going to try and leave all the wires that are not connected to a motor. So like this one's connected to a motor, these are connected to a motor. But ones like this, where it's just going from board to driver, I'm going to leave those connected, so that way I don't have to reconnect those. Hi, Milo. Yeah, so we're going to work on that now. Alright, getting pretty close to wrapping all this up. Took way too long, but basically got my 2 power supplies here. They're just actually double stick tape. Where's my tape? I lost my tape. Anyways, while I look for the tape, thing that really just disappeared. Whatever. I use double stick tape. It works really good. This is like kind of padded stuff. I believe it's Scotch is the brand. They do really good. It works really well. It's like screwing these things down, but it's all pretty tight in here. This is that noise remover. Somehow that works. I don't exactly know how, but that's going from the spindle into the blocks, that way we don't get noise over in the control side. And then this is actually going to sit on the lid, and the lid will go on here, so this will be upside down kind of here. And I think this space right here is going to be for the other 2 stepper drivers that I have yet to get. And then I'm still debating on where I'm going to put the e-stop and the on-off switch. I believe I'm either thinking the top or on the side. Thinking the top makes the most sense though, so I'll keep thinking about it, but that's where we're at right now. Yep, getting pretty close. I'll continue putting this together. Pretty much all I have left is just to actually solder all of this onto here. So then this will come out of this box somewhere where I have it. And yeah, should be pretty good. I also went through and just labeled these. This is X1, Y, or X1, X2. Ignore the fact that I'm using the wrong axis. That's just what I have them labeled already on this board. So in order to limit confusion, I'm just keeping these as X1 and X2, and then I'll have Y and Z. Yeah, I'm also gonna think about wiring some end stops. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to fit all of the end stops on here. So I might have to get another one. I think I have like 4 of these, which is very nice, but I think that's where we're at right now. I'm gonna get to soldering now. Actually, I'm gonna eat first. Okay, bye. All right, just finished wiring all this stuff up. This is what it looks like on the outside. I got a little E-stop here, just in case. I don't mind the screws popping out. Those will be fixed in the future, but inside, if you have a look, so I have my main board is double stick tape onto the roof, and then inside we have all of our components and our nice little harness connection that goes to our drivers. So if we hook this back up, I gotta hook up a couple more grounds it looks like, but put this on. Then we go over here and grab our harness. Show you how this works. So pretty simple. You just take this in, plug it into this end, and just like that. It's not pressed in all the way, but that's what it looks like. And then all your motors are now hooked up. Pretty cool.